Selamun Aleyküm. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والصلاة والسلام على رسول محمد سيد الأولين والآخرين مدد يا رسول مدد يا سادة أصحاب رسول مدد يا مشايخنا الدستور مولانا شاء الله فالزهر شمعنا الرحمن مدد طريقتنا الصحبة والخير في الجمعية بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الذي أحسن كل شيء خلقه صدق الله العظيم Allah Azze ve Celle her şeyi en güzel şekilde yaratmış.
Allah Almighty created everything in the most beautiful way.
En mükemmel şekilde yaratmış.
Allah Almighty created everything in the most perfect manner.
Bütün kainatı yarattı.
He Almighty is the one who created everything in creation.
Hepsi Allah Azze ve Celle'nin kudretiyle vücuda gelmişler.
Everything is a creation of Allah Almighty and has come into existence and into being through the divine power of Allah Almighty.
En güzel şeyler hiç öyle akılsız kafir olan insan kabul etmese de
Even though there are mindless people who disbelieve, who do not accept and believe in this,
Allah Azze ve Celle'nin kudretiyle yaratılmış.
everything, regardless of that, everything has been created through the divine power and might of Allah Almighty.
Hiçbir şey kendi kendine olmuş değil.
There's nothing that came into being by itself.
Allah Azze ve Celle'nin her zerrede kudreti olmasa
In every atom, in every single particle, there is the divine power of Allah Almighty.
vücuda gelmez.
And without the presence of that divine power in every single matter that exists in every single atom and particle, it could not be.
O Allah Azze ve Celle'nin iradesiyle oluyor.
Everything happens and is in creation through the divine will of Allah Almighty.
Allah Azze ve Celle bütün kainatı sırf bizim yeri değil, her taraf yerleri gökleri, bütün kainat onun.
Allah Almighty is the creator of everything, not only of this world, but of all universes, skies, and it is not only the world we live in, but all of creation, everything that exists was created by Allah Almighty.
Kudretiyle olmuş. Bu dünyada tabii şimdi bizim yaşadığımız yerde onun iradesiyle bu insanoğluna imtihan olarak
This world too, as well as the heavens and everything in creation, has been created by Allah Almighty, and this world in which we live in has been created as a test for us human beings.
Onları buraya göndermiş. Her
And we have been sent down onto this world for being tested.
şeyi en güzel şekilde yaratmış.
And everything has been set up in the most beautiful manner.
En güzel vaziyete koymuş.
And Allah Almighty put everything in the most beautiful shape.
Ama insanoğlu Allah Azze ve Celle'ye itaat etmeyip
But humankind did not obey Allah Almighty.
kendi kendine düşüncelerle
Instead, they came up with their own ways based on their own thoughts.
uzaklaşınca her şeyi berbat etmiş.
And this made everything become messed up.
Tabii bu yeryüzü gene şey gibi değil, illa öyle kalacak değil. Allah Azze ve Celle'nin bunu insanlara vermiş.
And things in this world are not going to be like this forever. This world is a place which was given to humankind.
Doğru yolda olsalar
And if people followed the right way,
diyor. Yani doğru olsalar her şey gene Allah'ın fazl-ı keremiyle kimse bir kötülük yapmadan yaşasa,
And if people were to follow the right way, if people were straight on a good path and would live without harming each other,
düzgün olarak kalırdı.
then this world would have stayed in a good manner.
Dünya. Ama her türlü kötülüğü yapılmış,
However, people have committed all kinds of bad things,
insanoğlu yapmış, daha da yapıyor,
and they continue to do so.
daha da beter yapıyor.
And in what they do, they're getting worse and worse.
Ondan sonra da bunu düzelteceğiz diye bir şeyler yapmaya uğraşıyorlar.
And thus they corrupt and spoil this world, and then they try to remedy what they caused,
Düzeltemezsin.
but they cannot make things become good again by what they messed up.
Düzeltemezsin ki artık miadet doldu dünyanın.
Because time is over for this world too, and things are going to end for this world too.
Bunun artık bu gidecek, başkası artık Allah Azze ve Celle
This creation is going to come to an end,
kimi bizden sonra kimi yaratırsa, ama bu dünya,
and it is up to Allah Almighty what He will then create after us.
bu şey bitmiştir.
However, this creation is completing its term.
Kıyamet yaklaşmıştır.
The day of judgment has drawn near.
Allah muhafaza etsin.
May Allah Almighty protect us,
İnsanlara hidayet versin.
and may Allah Almighty grant people guidance to follow the right way.
Ama tabii insanlar hidayet diye bir şey istemiyorlar.
However, people do not seek the guidance to follow the right way.
Kendi nefislerinin arkasında koşturup
Instead, they run after their egos,
kendi iyilik yapıyoruz zannediyorlar.
and they think that by following their egos, they are doing something good.
Halbuki hem kendileri iyi olmuyor,
But in reality, they do not do good to themselves,
hem dünyada iyi olmuyor.
and thus they harm both themselves and this world.
Onun için Allah yolunda olanlar
Those who follow the way of Allah Almighty, however,
kazanmıştır.
will be the winners.
Dünya iyi olsa, kötü olsa onlara tesir etmez. Çünkü bu dünya
And regardless in what state this world is in, whether it's in a good or a bad state, it will not affect the believers.
burada kalacak. Ahiret var. Dünyasını, ahiretini mamur.
Because the believers believe in the hereafter, and they build and have their hope, and they have established their faith in the hereafter.
Etmesi insanoğlunun elindedir. Allah yolunda olan hem dünyası mamur olur, hem ahireti mamur olur.
And it is in the hands within each human being to build and establish their hereafter, and those who work for the hereafter will not only be constructing the hereafter, but things will also be established in a good manner for them in this world too.
Allah'tan uzaklaşan, Allah yolundan uzaklaşan hem dünyası kötü
Those, however, who distance themselves from the way of Allah Almighty,
olur, hem ahireti kötü olur.
they will have a bad hereafter, and their lives in this world will be bad too.
Allah muhafaza etsin.
May Allah Almighty protect us,
Hepimize iman nasip etsin.
and may Allah Almighty grant you all faith,
Hakiki iman.
true faith,
Allah yolundan ayrılmayalım inşallah.
and may we not go astray from the way of Allah Almighty.
Ve minallah tevfik. El-Fatih.